The first thing you need to launch an anvil is 2 anvils. You need anvils that come very close to mating their footprints on the bottom so you can get a seal around the perimeter of. The second thing you need is an anvil with a cavity in it. This top anvil, the anvil that's going to fly, has a little bonus cavity that we're going to fill, but the main cavity is in the bottom of our Trenton that provides the base and the launching pad for the anvil. In terms of powder, the thing that has to be remembered is do not use a smokeless powder. A smokeless powder generates way too much pressure and something bad could happen. Use some kind of a black powder. I'm not sure exactly what this is. It doesn't matter. Use a black powder that's for use in muzzle loading weapons, usually. Cannon shooters, we happen to have one of those here with us today, uses a black powder also. So I don't care what kind you get, but make sure it's a black powder. Cy and I have been doing this for, I don't know, 6 or 8 years. And the best spot we found is right here in the road to his barn, because a road is hard and you got to have a hard subgrade. We've taken that one step further with this piece of plate. That's actually, what was that, off the ripper, a ripper on a D8, you think? That's a chunk of a ripper off a D8. It's super hard, it spreads out the load. And so we take our base anvil, in this case a Trenton, which is, how much did this weigh? 150 pounds. And we put the base anvil on top of our launching plate. I'm moving it kind of to the edge because I don't want to put a big strain on the heel of my anvil. Something that we did earlier that I've got to check right now is make sure we're level. Level is important if you want the anvil to go straight up and straight down. So the Trentons come with an oval, is that right, Cy? They forge an oval in the bottom. Yeah. So they can be used just the way they came from the factory. But we brought this up to Cy's milling machine a few years ago and milled out a big hole. We discovered right away that there were all kinds of inclusions, scale and debris from the wrought iron that just pretty much destroyed the cutting tool on his mill. But we were able to carve essentially, a big hole in the bottom of this. So between the bottom base anvil and the top launching anvil, we get 1 pound of black powder. The introduction of the explosive element. Years in concrete cloth.
Depends on the range.
Load the flyer. Set. I can't emphasize enough how dangerous this is and how pointless this is. But it's a worthwhile tradition in our country, and if you ever have the idea that you should do it, just call in the professionals. And Cy and I are professional anvil launchers. We've done this, what, 10 times?
More than that.
More than that. But anyway, it's a great day. This is going to be fun. The preparations are complete. It's loaded, it's level. We're going to move the trucks and send this thing up. Yeah, 9-footer. Yeah, 9-footer. Yeah, 9-footer. Where did it go? It's gone, boys. The anvil, she's gone. Go get the backhoe.
Oh my gosh.
She's gone.
Wow.
Shooting the anvil has been one of the ways that Americans have celebrated Independence Day since pioneer times. And I love it. Because, like the holiday itself, it's a full-throated shout of joy and gratitude for freedom and family that combines the elements of risk and work, two of the necessary conditions for success with freedom and families. If you enjoyed this video, I recommend you watch the videos that we have of shooting Cy's bowling ball mortar and his Revolutionary War-esque cannon. He made both of them himself, and it's fun.
This is the target of the last cannon shoot I went to. 200-yard range. We tied for first place. That's not too bad a pattern for a homemade gun with homemade rifling.
Now you can find more content from Essential Craftsman on Instagram and on our second channel, EC2. We also recently started a podcast that's well worth checking out. Thanks everyone for watching. Have a happy and grateful and safe 4th of July, and keep up the good work. Realizes that work that he was doing, that we were doing, was fun. He realizes now, thinking about it, that the days that were grinding and the jobs that were spooky and the checks that were hard to collect and whatever else, that all added up to fun.
Yeah.
And now, from a retired position, having sold out of his equipment, he misses the fun aspect.
I believe that 100%. There's like an exhilaration and you're pushing yourself and testing yourself, and the conflict and the successes, all of it amounts to accomplishment.
Yep, it does.
And without maybe accomplishment in your life to that extent, it would certainly feel like something was missing.
That's for sure. I think it's kind of the same kind of fun it would be to get on a really intense roller coaster and not buckle the seatbelt.
I don't know about that, but
I mean, it's fun, but baby, you could fly out of this seat and the fun would stop.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's only fun for he and I talking about it because we kind of survived the experience, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I don't mean necessarily literally physically survived, but financially got to the other end of it intact.
Yeah.
But if in the middle of it, you flew out of the seat,
Yeah.
And hit the ground, there probably would be people who would be talking to each other after sharing calamity,
Yeah.
who would not think that fun was a way to describe it.
Well, maybe this is better identified as risk, because taking risk is fun and is a thrill, and a life or a job or a career with no risk,
Right.
Oh my gosh, kill me.
Kill me.
That would be,
Just shoot me.
yeah, it's like showing up in, let's say, a factory or a conveyor belt, like
Put that lug nut on
Yeah.
for all your life.
Whereas you take some risk and you unhook your safety line, let's say, metaphorically, in terms of paycheck or lifestyle or whatever.
Yep.
Your risk is fun. It's fun to take risk.
We spend billions of dollars for the opportunities to experience risk, right?
Yeah.
And we make heroes out of the people that experience risk in extreme sports.